personal contact with the children of time, the personalities of the infinite spirit must often reckon with temporal elements, though not so much with space. Many mind ministries ignore space, but suffer a time lag in effecting coordination of diverse levels of universe reality. A solitary messenger is virtually independent of space, except that time is actually required in traveling from one location to another, and there are similar entities unknown to you. In personal prerogatives, a creative spirit is wholly and entirely independent of space, but not of time. There is no specialized personal presence of such a universe spirit on either the constellation or system headquarters. She is equally and diffusely present throughout her entire local universe and is, therefore, just as literally and personally present on one world as on any other. Only as regards the element of time is a creative spirit ever limited in her universe ministrations. A creator sun acts instantaneously throughout his universe, but the creative spirit must reckon with time in the ministration of the universal mind, except as she consciously and designedly avails herself of the personal prerogatives of the universe sun. In pure spirit function, the creative spirit also acts independently of time as well as in her collaboration with the mysterious function of universe reflectivity. Though the spirit-gravity circuit of the eternal sun operates independently of both time and space, all functions of the Creator's suns are not exempt from space limitations. If the transactions of the evolutionary worlds are accepted, these Michael suns seem to be able to operate relatively independent of time. A Creator sun is not handicapped by time, but he is conditioned by space. He cannot personally be in two places at the same time. Michael of Nebadon acts timelessly within his own universe, and by reflectivity practically so in the superuniverse. He communicates timelessly with the eternal sun directly. The divine minister is the understanding helper of the Creator Sun, enabling him to overcome and atone for his inherent limitations regarding space. For when these two function in administrative union, they are practically independent of time and space within the confines of their local creation. Therefore, as practically observed throughout a local universe, the Creator Sun and the Creative Spirit usually function independently of both time and space, since there is always available to each the time and the space liberation of the other. Only absolute beings are independent of time and space in the absolute sense. The majority of the subordinate persons of both the Eternal Sun and the Infinite Spirit are subject to both time and space. When a creative spirit becomes space-conscious, she is preparing to recognize a circumscribed space domain as hers, a realm in which to be space-free in contradistinction to all other space by which she would be conditioned. One is free to choose and act only within the realm of one's consciousness. 4. The local universe circuits. There are 3 distinct spirit circuits in the local universe of Nebadon. 1. The bestowal spirit of the Creator Sun, the Comforter, the Spirit of Truth. 2. The spirit circuit of the Divine Minister, the Holy Spirit. 3. The intelligence ministry circuit, including the more or less unified activities but diverse functioning of the 7 adjutant mind spirits. The Creator Suns are endowed with a spirit of universe presence in many ways analogous to that of the 7 master spirits of paradise. This is the Spirit of Truth, which is poured out upon a world by a bestowal sun after he receives spiritual title to such a sphere. This bestowed Comforter is the spiritual force which ever draws all truth seekers towards him who is the personification of truth in the local universe. This spirit is an inherent endowment of the Creator Sun, emerging from his divine nature just as the master circuits of the grand universe are derived from the personality presences of the paradise deities. The Creator Son may come and go. His personal presence may be in the local universe or elsewhere, yet the Spirit of Truth functions undisturbed. For this divine presence, while derived from the personality of the Creator Son, is functionally centered in the person of the Divine Minister. The Universe Mother Spirit, however, never leaves the local universe headquarters world. The spirit of the Creator Son may and does function independently of the personal presence of the Son, but not so with her personal spirit. The Holy Spirit of the Divine Minister would become non-functional if her personal presence should be removed from Salvington. Her spirit presence seems to be fixed on the universe headquarters world, and it is this very fact that enables the spirit of the Creator Son to function independently of the whereabouts of the Son. The Universe Mother Spirit acts as the universe focus and center of the Spirit of Truth, as well as of her own personal influence, the Holy Spirit. The Creator Father Son and the Creative Mother Spirit both contribute variously to the mind endowment of their local universe children, but the Creative Spirit does not bestow mind until she is endowed with personal prerogatives. The super-evolutionary orders of personality in a local universe are endowed with the local universe type of the super-universe pattern of mind. The human and the subhuman orders of evolutionary life are endowed with the adjutant spirit types of mind ministration. The 7 adjutant mind spirits are the creation of the divine minister of a local universe. These mind spirits are similar in character but diverse in power, and all partake alike of the nature of the universe spirit, although they are hardly regarded as personalities apart from their mother creator. The 7 adjutants have been given the following names: the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of worship, the spirit of counsel, the spirit of knowledge, the spirit of courage, the spirit of understanding, the spirit of intuition, of quick perception. These are the 7 spirits of God, like lamps burning before the throne, which the prophet saw in the symbols of vision. But he did not see the seats of the 24 sentinels about these 7 adjutant mind spirits. This record represents the confusion of 2 presentations, one pertaining to the universe headquarters and the other to the system capital. The seats of the 24 elders are on Jerusalem, the headquarters of your local system of inhabited worlds. But it was of Salvington that John wrote, and out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunderings and voices, the universe broadcasts to the local systems. He also envisaged the directional control creatures of the local universe, the living compasses of the headquarters world. This directional control in Nebadon is maintained by the 4 control creatures of Salvington, who operate over the universe currents and are ably assisted by the first functioning mind spirit, the adjutant of intuition, the spirit of quick understanding. But the description of these 4 creatures, called beasts, has been sadly marred. They are of unparalleled beauty and exquisite form. The 4 points of the compass are universal and inherent in the life of Nebadon. All living creatures possess bodily units which are sensitive and responsive to these directional currents. These creature creations are duplicated on down through the universe to the individual planets, and, in conjunction with the magnetic forces of the worlds, so activate the hosts of microscopic bodies in the animal organism that these direction cells ever point north and south. Thus is the sense of orientation forever fixed in the living beings of the universe. This sense is not wholly wanting as a conscious possession by mankind. These bodies were first observed on Urantia about the time of this narration. 5. The Ministry of the Spirit. The Divine Minister cooperates with the Creator Son in the formulation of life and the creation of new orders of beings up to the time of his 7th bestowal and, subsequently, after his elevation to the full sovereignty of the universe, continues to collaborate with the Son and the Son's bestowed spirit in the further work of world ministry and planetary progression.